there, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here with more career advice and job interviewing tips for you. And as a quick reminder, if you enjoy our podcast, please remember to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes. And on today's podcast, ideas and great strategy conversation without structure usually equal poor execution or no execution at all. I've seen it my whole career. I'm sure you have too. If you're listening to this podcast, I'm sure you've sat in on meetings, whatever the level is, whether it's a leadership meeting or whatever. You've probably sat in meetings and you thought, wow, this is all great conversation. And then you walk out and you go, ooh, let's see, who owns that? And what's the due date? There's all kinds of project management tools out there, and I'm not going to pitch a certain one on this podcast, but I just want to encourage folks that are meeting as a team. Great, good strategy conversation is awesome. Everybody loves doing it, but really just push your team to use a project management tool. Make sure when people are committing to something and they're signing up to own something, and by the way, make sure that there's clarity on who's owning it, because a lot of times there's great conversation and nobody actually signs up to lead it. So just clarify with each other who owns what, put it on some sort of project management tool, put a due date on it, and then track it and talk about it at the next meeting. I know that sounds so simple, right? And people listening to this podcast are thinking, well, doesn't everybody do that? No, they don't. In fact, most companies I've been involved with, there's always opportunities in this area of some kind. So push your teams to use some sort of tool to keep them organized. Make sure people are signing up for things. There's clarity on who's committing to what, and there's due dates, etc. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. We truly hope you find our material helpful and entertaining. And while our podcast can be heard across most platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud, you can become a supporter of this podcast by visiting our show on the platform Anchor FM. That's anchor.fm/Riderflex. You can also send us your questions or suggested topics for future episodes to the email address podcast@riderflex.com. Or drop us a voicemail at 888-964-5876, extension 710. Visit riderflex.com to learn more about us. Thanks so much for listening, folks, and have a great day.